Hi there, Claire. How are you? Everything all right with you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you, Tracy?
Really well, thank you. So, for those of
Good.
you watching in the Bold Sales group, my name's Tracy Jones Boulding, and I am the creator of Bold Sales. And this is my friend and mentee, Clare Ellis, who I've asked to come on because we've been working together for a while now. And the great thing is that because I've known Claire a while, obviously I know, like, and trust her, and I know that she would give me every time, no matter how painful it can be, some honest and some open feedback. So what I've been doing is trialing out content on Claire that is contained in my soon to be launched Learn How to Sell Anything digital video program. So I just wanted to ask Claire a couple of questions so that anybody that is considering working with me can get an insight into her experiences. I haven't paid her, I haven't bribed her with money or cookies or anything else. So it's
With
going to be
hugs, you bribed me with
with
hugs.
hugs. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And anyone else that wants any hugs, they're quite welcome. I could do a Zoom hug. So it's been a while since we've been working together now, Claire. But how did we end up working together in the first place? Just for the benefit of those watching.
So, for those of you who don't know me, I am an independent consultant with the network marketing company Arbonne, and we promote products that are botanically based, tested scientifically, but not tested on animals. So, products that that are really close to my heart. I found really very good results with them. And what I was finding when I started the year, as I was wishing to recruit more members to my team and more clients to my core, that core group, that I was actually struggling a little bit to get my message out. And I spoke to you, Tracy, didn't I? I think it was probably about February now. It
Yes,
feels
about that.
like ago.
Yeah.
And it was obviously from a referral of a friend, but I'd also noticed that Tracy had been doing some online stuff. Excuse me one sec. Some online programs, and we had met on the few occasions at some live events where she'd done capsulated training pods, and I was just really interested in her skills, her ability, her experience to just show you a different way of rewording and reframing your sales without sounding like it was too pushy. So
Yeah.
it was in February, wasn't it, that I came to you and I said, look, I really need some help. And we agreed to do some online Zooms to help develop my skills.
Yeah. And what do you think was the specific challenges that you had right at the beginning then? Because I can kind of almost remember the first time we spoke, actually.
Yeah. Well, actually, what happened was I came to you because I've actually had a long history of being in sales. I've sold finance over the telephone. I've sold snow to an Eskimo. Um, I've sold the internet when it was just breaking, about 23 years ago. And but then I've also sold new homes. Didn't really feel like I needed a lot of experience, but just certainly a refresher because I've been self-employed, working on my own for 12 years. So I thought I'd just maybe lost a bit of a thread.
Yeah.
Just wanted you to refine my skill a little bit about how I ask open questions, how I close a sale, and just build my confidence back around it. That was the initial challenge anyway.
Okay. And when we actually start digging a little bit deeper, for those of you that have done any Zoom calls or been on any retreats or come to any of the events that I've been involved with, one of the things that I always ask, because I'm big on passion, and I always think, we have quite often really great big personalities, and a lot of people think that they should tone them down because it's all about, it's all about the product rather than all about it being you. So when I asked you, so there's a couple of people that have approached me now about Arbonne. Why should I work with you over anybody else? What did you say to me?
I couldn't think of an answer. Genuinely could not think of an answer. And
Like,
we started going into why I like the products. You gave me a series of questions, didn't you?
yeah.
And you said, why do you like the products? Why do you like the company? And what is it you like about yourself? And my answer was, well, I'm quite nice.
And I had to push you for that, if I
Genuinely.
remember.
Yes, you did, yeah. I genuinely could not think of any adjectives to describe me as a person as to why people work with me. So
Mm.
yeah, it's kind of like certainly scraped the surface of what actually was going on, the reason why I was struggling to get my message out.
And when you think about the things that we covered, what were the things that maybe stuck out for you the most? When you think, okay, so we're going to be doing some sales mentoring, and suddenly now, and I'm kind of
It was
talking about
personal
something completely,
development.
yeah, it's personal development. Where did this come from?
Yeah, and I certainly didn't like it at certain points because sometimes scratch the surface that it shouldn't do. But you know, when you did the self-esteem booster module with me, and you got me to break what it is that I loved about loved about myself and why I'm likable, etc. And we broke it down, didn't we, bit by bit. It certainly challenged me to take a different perspective of, like you just said, why people like the products, and then actually why people like me, and I'm more than the product.
Yeah.
I'm a product of the product, but because people will buy into me, they won't necessarily buy into the actual product itself. They need to test that. They'll be attracted to me first. So I needed to shift my thinking about where why people would want to work with me, and it's worked brilliantly. You know, we've spent numerous time, haven't we, over the course of the last 7 months to kind of build my confidence and, you know, reframe things for me.
And I think one of the great things about working with you, Claire, is the fact that you do take it on board. Sometimes there's that little bit of a pushback, but then there's always that, you know what, you're right, I really need to work on this. And that's actually something that, you know, I really like working with people like that. And the main thing is, again, a lot of the time in sales, I try and lead by example. So if I was talking to somebody at an event about one of my products, I'm like one of the retreats or my mentorship program I'm developing or the online course, I'm not going to straight away, somebody says, oh, so, what is it that you do then? Oh, well, I'm a sales trainer and I've got this program, I've got that program. So I obviously have to realize that every time me and you were having a conversation or I was at an event, I had to always demonstrate that this works, this is the best way. And I think the more I talked to you about you, the more you realized that you kind of wanted to work with me more. But it wasn't because of me talking about my products. It was because we built up a really great connection. And I mean, for those of you that may not know, myself, my business partner, we partner up on a live event, but we also do retreats. And Claire recently came on a retreat, and we built up this connection so much we actually shared a room. We had a great time, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
So
bleeping safe.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yeah. So when you think about where you are now in comparison to where you were when we first started chatting, how do you feel?
Oh, massively different. I mean, you've given me some tips and techniques that if I'm at a networking event, I can introduce myself and people ask me, what do you do? Well, I can really confidently tell them how I can make an improvement to their life, and, you know, how I can engage with them, how I can bring them to make them a little bit more inquisitive, and obviously then, you know, give them an opportunity to come and sit and work with me. And, you know, aside from the confidence, you know, things like when you've done some of your modules on questioning about, you know, probing questions, asking the right questions, asking them the right way, the difference in how you would close a sale potentially, and just all those little hints and tips. I'm so kind of like thirsty still for all the information. Although we've covered a lot of it on the retreat in Mallorca, which was a fantastic few days with a wonderful bunch of ladies. We achieved so much, but even, you know, recently at a live event, you were going over some of the probing questions, and it's just, okay, I've got to keep asking these questions. It's great that we keep refreshing. So if we had like opportunities to meet up regularly or do Zoom calls or something like that, that would be brilliant, because it needs to be refreshed on a constant basis. It needs to be at the front of your mind if you want to impact your sales. So where I was, you know, at the start of the year to where I am now, you've changed my confidence levels. You've given me lots of tips and techniques to kind of, bring my sales up. My sales are definitely up. I've seen my team growing. I've seen my income growing from a business. So yeah, I'm a happy girl.
Oh, brilliant. And was there a promotion recently?
There was a promotion recently. Yeah. Which is, again, it's all just a result of how I've attacked the business, not sounding too desperate or needy, but just, giving the opportunity for people to change their lives. I didn't really see it like that. And you kind of opened a doorway and, gave me an opportunity to see things differently and deal with it.
Good. Yeah. Well, I'm really pleased with that because, when you first start working on new content, and I've got over 20 years experience. It's funny, I was talking about somewhere where I was when I was a teenager, and it was over 30 years ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've been involved with learning and development and coaching people and getting the best out of them for such a long time. Working in corporate, working for some big companies, that now working with entrepreneurs. I've got a couple of opportunities to work with corporate as well. So it's almost like getting the best out of both worlds and just bringing all that together. The next step really is once I'm launching my online course is to think about what happens after that. You watch the video series. If you have any questions, people can jump on and get in touch with me. But what if they need help after that? And it's a deeper level than the Bold Sales Facebook group, because it needs to be more intense.
Yeah.
So the next stage naturally is actually exactly what you've just said, is a membership program. And it's like a mentorship membership. So it's ongoing mentorship, it's support, it's guidance, because I think working in corporate, you forget the level of, because you're getting you get paid your money, you do your job, but you forget how many skills and qualities you help people develop on an ongoing basis. You kind of think, well, if I only came in here and did this job for like 6 weeks, what would happen to these people after? You're going to revert back into the old mindset. They're going to, you said to me it's a bit like a comfy pair of slippers the other day, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And it was so I think with, because Arbonne is a lot of people have a negative thought process of MLM, and in sales, quite often people have a negative, mindset around sales. It can be challenging to change people's perceptions, but I think you've done amazingly well changing your own perception about how selling is it's a service. It's like going to the doctors and you've got a sick kid. I've said this before, and saying to the doctor, well, these are my kid's symptoms, and I really could do with some help. And the doctor going, well, I've got a big pot of medicine over here, but I don't think I'm going to offer it to you right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you just take your sick kid home, and all the best, see you later. It's like getting somebody to that stage where, yes, they've got a problem. You've identified that you've got something that definitely be able to help them. But at the 11th hour, what you do is you step back and you say, okay, I'll leave you now to think about it. I will send you an email and maybe we can catch up again in a week. And quite often people will go, oh, right, yeah, okay then. When in fact, what they need you to say is, it's okay. Why don't we work together? Because based on what you've just told me for the last half an hour, I'm confident I'm going to be able to help you. You can expect these type of results. So why don't we get started as early as, I don't know, it's Friday today. Why don't we let's get started on Monday. You okay for Monday?
It's things like that, little techniques that you kind of, you showed me. And you even said to me at one point, how dare you keep an opportunity to yourself? Who do you think you are? And I just kind of went,
did I can't remember saying that.
But it's very true, and this is why I'm really, from a friend's point of view, I mean, obviously we've developed our friendship over the last 7 months, but from a friend's point of view, I'm so proud of you, because you are so highly skilled, so amiable, so helpful, so approachable, and all these things I know. And I'm so proud you have developed this program, because it's going to help so many entrepreneurs who are out there starting businesses, don't have any sales background, or if you've even been in a sales background like myself, you know, over the years, and just need to refresh. They just need like a little buddy. If you're going to do a mentorship program, like a monthly membership or a weekly membership, I would absolutely be signing up for it, because I just think your help is invaluable. And yeah, I wouldn't change a thing about having you help me this year.
Oh, thanks, Claire. That is really, now people are going to think I've paid you or so.
No, honestly.
Honestly, I really do appreciate that, because that's the reason why I do it. And that's the reason why it just makes sense for me. If I can immerse myself into really helping people on an ongoing basis with a monthly program is perfect. So that's definitely going to be something that I'm going to be offering pretty soon. So
good. That's good to hear.
Oh, someone's just okay. So I'm just conscious of time, and
Okay.
I just wanted to see if there was, as far as the group is concerned, if there was anything that you think it would be really great to start doing this in the group, or any areas of improvement. What would they be?
Okay, so I think it's sometimes it can not necessarily fit in with your lifestyle right there and then. And you and I know you've tried to hold me accountable to do certain things, change some of my social media posts, which you helped me with as well, as an extra service. You changed my profile, you made sure that the shop front, so to speak, looked good. And I think if we've got documentation on there and they can go direct to links and they can have a workbook and they can work through it in their own time, is just a really fantastic facility to have, because life kind of takes us sideways sometimes. And people love to do Zooms, they love to jump on, but recording them like we're doing now, so people can watch back in their own time frame or have a workbook online, would be a brilliant facility for people.
Okay, brilliant. I will take that on board.
Okay.
What I'm it's funny, because actually the content that you've been trialing has kind of accumulated in something called Learn How to Sell Anything. Because for those of you that don't know, Claire, as well as being an Arbonne representative, runs a really successful service accommodation business. And you've applied some of the hints and tips and techniques in that business as well, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I've just duplicated it. It's been like a cookie cutter for me. So it's given me even more confidence and to talk whatever the situation, to whoever I'm with.
And that is brilliant, and that's why I kind of thought, when I was coming up with a name for it, I was thinking, what would it be? It needs to be something that it does what it says on the tin, So I thought, well, actually, I have, when I was working for the London Metro and I was the learning and development partner, I worked in the advertising section and coached and everything from recruited people from the induction right through to the training, and then the coaching, and then the development up to group leaders, and then taking the group leaders to become really good coaches. And I realized actually the depth of experience that I have in different areas. I've been interested in property investment, and I had a couple of properties I've rented out over the years. I've done service accommodation. I worked in hospitality for a long time. I was in conference and banqueting. I've worked in, I'm well traveled. I've worked in education. I've been an adult student. So I kind of think, actually, when I think of all those different areas, there is, like you say, there's a cookie cutter, but the extra level is supporting people ongoing. So So for those of you that are interested in working with me, please do let me know, because I'm going to be doing a Black Friday sale. So I'm doing a Business Booster live event, and I'm going to be starting those in January, and they're going to be at least once a month, and I'm going to try a couple of different parts of the country, because I've got my business partner for the retreats and leading women in business is based in Manchester. That's where I am now, in her lovely conservatory, and I'm actually based in Bristol, but I've got family in North Wales, and I've also got friends and with a like family in Leeds. So it's, the location can be numerous different places, and the mentorship is going to be online. So it's kind of the digital video series, the live events monthly, plus the mentorship on an ongoing basis. So that I'm going to be offering lots of support, and what I want to do is I want to offer it to people as a package. and with a different payment terms. So I want to make it a no-brainer. And for all those things that I've just mentioned, you're talking under £200 to get started, and then on an ongoing basis, it's going to be less than £30 a month. So
that's such good value.
Yeah, I really want to make it available and accessible for as many people as possible, because the idea is that, the more people I can help, the more people they will tell, the more people will get onto the mentorship, the membership, and I can really then serve as many people as possible. That would make it, really, that's kind of like my business model moving forward now. So it just gives me the opportunity to help as many people. So if anybody's interested and you've watched this video, thanks very much indeed for watching. I just want to say, Claire, thank you so much for jumping on, for your very kind words. I'm so proud of you too, and the development that you've literally just gone boom, 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 boom. And it's like there's a switch in your mind. And once you realize how amazing you are and how people just are drawn to you, that's the kind of thing that a lot of the time you need to remember, how amazing you are, because that is what is reflected to other people, and that is how they'll feel about you. So well done.
We're all uniquely amazing.
Absolutely, yes. Now, we're going to be doing some more lives and some more interviews in Bold Sales, so please keep your eyes peeled. The other thing is, if you do know any other entrepreneurs or anybody that you think would benefit from getting some extra sales support, any guidance, or somebody that you think is looking for a community that might be able to share some challenges, they might want to come on and do an interview and get one of their challenges really, dig deeper to unearth some of the solutions, please invite as many people as you can. We provide a warm welcome, and again, the idea is, for me, I want to help as many people fall in love with sales as I can. So we're going to sign off. Claire, thank you so much again for your time. Bold Sales Superstars, don't forget, be brave, be bold, be brilliantly you. Till next time, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.